So we're going to start with a very straightforward warm-up. This is going to really cover the main areas of the body that we're going to be engaging, we're going to be working with. So first of all, just a few rotations here with the wrists. All I'm doing here is clenching the fists nice and tight and rotating at the same time. It's going to help those tendons there in the wrist joints. Again, it's a really good stretch there for when we work on those Cobras towards the end. Then from here, just want to bring the hand in like this. Then I'm going to bring the hand back. And of course, same to the other side. And I'm back. Okay, then onto the tricep stretch. The arm's going to be nice and straight. I'm going to bring the arm across the body. We're going to hold there. So you're going to feel the stretch in those shoulder blades, but again, very good for the tricep, the back of the arm. And of course, the same thing to the other side. Then from here, we're going to come down towards the shoulder blades, like so. This hand comes to the back here, towards the rhomboids. This hand's on the shoulder, the elbow, and there's our stretch. And the same thing to the other side there. Okay, from here, we're then going to interlock the fingers like this. They go into the back of the head. Gentle amount of pressure for the stretch down. And then of course, 2 thumbs under the chin and we're pushing up. Then from here, head goes to the side. And to the side. Great stuff. With the legs, locking out one leg here. And again, you can rest the foot down to the ground or you can rest your knee and really just try and lean in towards that leg so you start to feel the stretch in your hamstring and even around the calf area as well. And then of course the same thing to the other side, locking out the opposite leg there and leaning in. Okay, so let's come down to the floor. We're going to start with just a few exercises to help warm up the back muscles and the abs. So, we're going to stretch back the arms and we're going to stretch the legs. And this is where I tend to bring in that breathing technique. So we're going to breathe in through the nose, you're going to inhale through the nose, and you're going to exhale, breathing out through the mouth. So just nice deep breaths here. Doesn't have to be laboured breathing or anything intense, just nice and calm. Deep breaths in, exhaling back. So the thoracic at this point is nice and straight, it's nice and neutral. Pelvic floor will be grounded. And the abs are being engaged, so they've been stretched out. Nice and slowly into our L-sit to begin with. The arms stay nice and straight. We're going to bring the arms forward and nice and slowly try and peel the spine off the mat from here to lift and then finish like this. This is our L-sit finish. Then I bring the hands to here. I bring the body down slowly, cores engaged, creating flexion for the back, and the hands will go back past the head. So arms come forward and breathing in through the nose here, inhaling. There's my exhale. So that's why I'm breathing out for the L-sit. Then I reverse my move again. This is called flexion, great for opening up the back of the spine. And then my arms are back down behind my head here. Again, bringing arms forward, using core muscles for the lift. There's my exhale. Hands to here, body drops back, hands go back. Arms come forward, core for lift, again nice and slow there. And we're here. If we're struggling to use our core muscles for these exercises, what we can do is a couple of alternatives here. Is bring in one leg, near enough at 90 degrees here from the body, interlock your fingers, and you're going to have to fairly kick fast here. Big launch up, there's my kick, my spine is now neutral, and then I can finish with my stretch up to here. Then I can reverse my move again, so the body comes down, and the hands get back. So again, if I struggle here with the core, bring the arms forward like normal, but now raise that leg, interlock the fingers, kick, to launch your body up, fast kick, and finish there. Hands, body comes back. If you're not comfortable with the leg kick, you can always use your hands down by the hips as well. There's no worries with that. If I bring the arms forward here, and again I'm struggling to lift, place the hands by the hips, lift the body up, help to neutralise your back, and then finish here. The main thing is trying to concentrate on bringing the body down from here, because as you bring your body down here, it's that resistance to gravity that helps engage those abs and create flexion for the back. Okay, I'm going to take my last L sit now. Arms are coming forward, core for lift, and we're here. Okay, hands reversing, completing the cycle, and we're there. Great stuff. Okay, so now we're going to try some C-sits. We're going to have the knees raised off the floor, feet are grounded, more so the heels. We're going to bring the arms forward. This is slightly more trickier this time. Round about this point now, I'm going to use my core muscles to see if I can lift off the floor, head, shoulders, finishing there. There's my C-sit position. C-sit because of the shape of the back when we're here. The spine's almost in the letter C there. There's that flexion going on. I'm breathing in with a drop down, and the hands go back. And the arms come forward. I'm breathing in. This is why I exhale. I'm almost in a hunched position as well. That is what we're after, because this is flexion. Body comes down, hands go back. Again, arms come forward. Core for lift. Again, if I struggle here, I can always use that leg kick. There's my leg kick, there's my finish. Body comes down, hands go back. Again, bringing arms forward, core for lift, inhaling, body comes down, hands go back. Okay, this is my last C-sit now, bringing arms forward, core for lift, to here. And like always, we're going to finish the cycle, we're going to bring the body down, hands go back. Once I place the hands back, I'm going to launch the legs out, and then the hands drop down by the hips. So again, spine is nice and neutral here. We're going to take a couple of bridges now. So again, knees are raised off the floor, feet are grounded. This is a very good exercise now for your lower back. If you have issues now with your lumbar region, which is lower spine, these are great stretches to do. Also good for your hip flexors, abductors, and adductors on the inside of the thighs. You take a deep breath in, inhale through the nose, lift the hips up nice and high. 2 to 3 second hold here, and then you exhale back nice and slow. So I've reset, I'm good to go for my second lift. Again, take a deep breath in through the nose as you lift your hips up. So I'm inhaling here, lifting, 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 holding there, 2-3 seconds, then I exhale back nice and slow. And again, deep breath in, breathing through the nose, lift the hips at the same time. There's my lift. I can feel the stretch in my lower back. Sometimes as well, you feel it there in the quads as well, depending on how high you can get those hips. And extending back down. Okay, and again, take a deep breath in through the nose, lift the hips up. And we're exhaling back. Okay, my last one now, last bridge, breathing through the nose, raise the hips up, 2 to 3 second hold, and exhale back, nice and slow. Great stuff. Okay, so now we're going to get back to our seat position here. We're going to stretch towards the feet. This is now going to help stretch out your hamstrings and your calves with your hip flexors. Okay, so just a stretch towards the feet. And like always in my classes, it's not essential that you get to your toes. You're only going to go as far as you're comfortable. So if this is as far as you can get, this is fine. Place the hands where you are and hold that position there. The thing to try and avoid is having the legs bent. Now if you have your leg bent like this, you're going to lose that restriction of the calf and the hamstrings. So try and keep your legs as straight as you can, and of course try and go as far as you can, but remain comfortable. As comfortable as you can be, like this here. A classic stretch now from this, and again these all work in sequence together. A classic stretch from here will be our jackknife. So our jackknife is where we keep that right hand exactly where it is, whether it's onto the foot or to the leg. You then sweep back your left arm and your head turns away from the body. That's the jackknife. Great for the spine and those obliques. Nice and slowly, left arm comes around towards the left foot. Right arm now to the back, and again the head turns away. Back towards the middle. Another double stretch towards the feet here. And now from here, left leg is raised. Left leg raised. Right arm outside of our left leg. Left hand to the back. And the head turns. Then we go towards the middle. And of course, same thing to the other side. Right leg is now raised. Left arm outside for the right leg. And again, right hand turns. And we hold. So turning the hand with the head really helps with the stretch again. Focuses on that spine and those obliques. So now we're going to do a really, really important stretch, the IT band. And again, this will be great there for those knees because the knees are going to get a little bit tender here. With the amount of running and exercising we'd be doing normally. So it's really important we bring that left leg in first, nice and tight. So this is the first part of the exercise, really, really important. Left leg comes in nice and tight. From here your left leg then crosses your right leg. So your left leg is like this to begin with. Then it's going to cross the right leg. Your left hand will come down to the floor and your right forearm hooks that left knee. That's our stretch there. If you have a tight IT band, you begin to feel the pinch around your glutes there, muscles in the backside, and again these connect to our kneecaps. Really, really important stretch. This side isn't so tense now, I don't feel so much of a stretch here, but I know the other side is a bit more intense. So from here slowly I bring my left leg down. Now I'm going to have my right leg raised, tucked in, heels close really to the glutes as I can get it, and then that right leg will cross my left leg. So now my left forearm is going to hook my right knee and my right hand to the floor. There's my stretch. Some people use the hand, but you will lose that restriction. If you really try and use your forearm, you'll get much more of a stretch in your glutes there, and that is our hold. Great stuff. Okay, and again I've got much more of a stretch. It's round here. You'll feel that pull here. That's your IT band connecting towards the kneecaps. Excellent. Okay, I'm going to bring that leg down. One final stretch towards the feet here. I'm going to go for some core exercises. So we're going to rest down to the floor. Really, really important you take a breather at any point here, so don't worry about how many you're doing. It's always quality over quantity. Take the break at any point. This position now is our double knee tuck. Great for the core, great for the back as well. And if you can, a more advanced style for this exercise would be to bring the head down, again to help neutralise the back. Again, not everyone finds this comfortable. If there's too much pressure here, or you're too uncomfortable, just keep your head raised up. So this works as well. It's a very good recovery position for the core that we're going to do now. Okay, so we're going to go for a sequence of exercises. This is going to target your lower back tissue and your lower abs. Again, take the break at any point if you need to. There's 3 exercises we're going to look at. First of all, hands go underneath the glutes. The legs are going to be nice and straight here. I'm going to focus onto the feet, so I have my head and shoulders nice and high off the floor. I raise the feet off the ground, then I begin to kick. These are called butterfly kicks. Again, targets that lower back tissue Helps to really strengthen those core muscles as well. Breathe in through the nose and exhale through the mouth. That's all we're doing. We're inhaling through the nose and we're exhaling through the mouth. Deep breaths in, exhale back. Breathing in, exhale back. Breathing in through the nose, exhale back. From here, I go to scissors. One leg crosses on top and then it's underneath. Again, take the breather at any point if you need to, but if you can, try and power through. There's one more after this now. Breathing in through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. There's our kicks. From here, I'm going to go into my wide strides. So micro bend at the knees, very similar to the butterflies at the beginning, but the strides are slightly wider. Keep breathing in, exhaling back. Breathing in, exhaling back. We're nearly there. Let's go 5 and 4. There's 3, there's 2, there's 1. Double knee tuck. Slowly bring head down if you can, or keep the head raised off the floor and just hold that stretch. Again, breathing through the nose and exhale there through the mouth. Great stuff. Okay, very slowly bring the feet down to the floor. Let's ground the shoulders and the head back down to the mat here. Just place the hands onto the thighs. A few more deep breaths in. Exhale back. Breathing in. Exhale back. Okay, on this inhale, we're going to raise the thoracic off the mat with the shoulders and the head. Use the thighs as a rail. Travel to the knees. Then exhale back with your drop. So we're going to do something now similar to this now. Breathing in with this lift. Exhale back with this drop. Head comes all the way back down to the floor as well. Really important you allow your head to rest back down to the mat there. So you're helping to neutralise the back. This is flexion and neutralising the spine here. We're breathing in, we're exhaling. Inhale with the lift. Exhale back. Breathe in with the lift. Exhale back. Breathe in with the lift. Exhale back. Get nice and slow. Inhaling there. Exhale back. And breathe in. Exhale. Okay, last one for me now. A nice deep breath in with the lift. Exhale back. From here, I'm going to take another double knee tuck. The head is resting down to the floor, but again, if it's too much pressure, just keep the head raised there, and we can hold. Good stuff. Okay, we're going to go for one more core exercise, then we'll look at some exercises for the middle of the back, and we'll finish with some cobras. But before we get there, let's take our last one. Let's take our bicycle now. Left leg tucked in, right leg locked out, hands onto the head. Right elbow towards the left knee like this, and then we switch. We exhale there. Inhale, exhale. And double knee tuck to relax. Short and sharp, but the core's been warmed up definitely there with some epic exercises. And let's come back to our seat position. Good stuff. Okay, so there's a few exercises you can do for your core, and again, work on them, keep doing them, and you'll develop that stamina there. That cardio starts to come into play as well, and again, really good for the abs as well as looking after the back. So let's move on now to a few more exercises here. Again, very good for the hips and the middle portion of your spine, the thoracic. So your lumbar's lower back, thoracic's middle, and the cervical is the top. What we're going to do now, very similar to the stretch we did at the beginning, I'm going to rest one leg down and lock out the opposite leg, but I want to make sure my body's nice and straight here. So I'm not hunched like this, nice and straight. I want to first lean in towards this leg. So as you lean in, you're going to start to feel your hamstring engaging. Great for warming up the obliques as well, but more so a back exercise at this point. From here we go back to this position, Very, very slowly, we turn away from the straight leg only until you feel the pull. So as you turn away from your straight leg, keep this leg nice and straight. Around about this point now, you might start to feel the pull down one side of the back here and the hamstring area inside of the thigh adductors. This is where I feel the pull, this is where I stop, then I go back to the front. That's 1 rep. I'm going to go for 3. Normally you don't work with reps, but with this exercise I do. 3 reps is more than enough. Leg stays straight, has to stay straight. Turn away from the leg, there's the pull, that's where I hold. To the front, that's my 2. Okay, I'm going to take my last one. Again, turn away from the straight leg. Back to the front, 3 done there, leaning back in towards the leg. Now from here I'm going to go to some hip kicks. Your right hand will come down to the floor, your left hand stays onto the hip, you see me down here. To this position here. So my hand, my knee and my foot. This is one flush line. This hand is on the hip. This is now going to engage those hips and thoracic as well as the legs. We breathe in, we exhale. So I inhale there, exhale back. Leg doesn't have to go too high. Again, the leg isn't the main area we're trying to cover here. The primary muscles are actually in the middle of the back. So we're breathing in, we're exhaling. We're inhaling, we're exhaling. Breathe in and out. Inhale, exhale. Nice and slow. Breathing in and out. You might start to feel those glutes engaging as well, the muscles in the glutes. But again, very good for the middle part of the back, and you can actually feel it engaging as well as you raise that leg up. So great exercise, again, does take some practice. Last one for me now. Deep breath in with this lift. Exhale back. Very slowly I'm going to reset how I did at the beginning by leaning in towards this leg. Okay, so now I'm going to switch to the other side. Same thing we did, but to the other side. Literally a mirror image now. So now I'm going to have my right leg locked out. And I'm here. Okay, first thing I'm doing, I'm going to lean in towards that leg. Bring the body back, neutralise the spine. Again, leg has to stay straight. Let's turn away, just until you feel the pull. Back to the front, that's 1. And again, turning away. And to the front, that's 2. Take a last one, nice and slow, turning away. And to the front, that's our 3. Okay, let's lean back into the leg. And so now, of course, this hand will come down to the floor. This hand's on the hip, and again, there's those kicks. So I breathe in, I exhale. Nice deep breath in. Try and keep the leg, knee and the hand in one flush line, so you're not bringing the leg out too far like this. One straight line, this hand on the hip, and there's those raises. Okay, last one for me. Leaning back in towards the leg there. Again, you can probably feel that middle part of your back there stretched out now. And we're going to finish now with a couple of our cobras for our lower spine. So there is a correct way of doing these exercises. The first one I'm going to do is make sure we're nice and comfortable here with the hands. So I'm going to bring the body forward. I'm going to drop the hips down, but I want to make sure my shoulders are in line with the hands. So they're nice and flush here with the hands. Then I look towards the front there. That's my cobra. If there's too much pressure here with the lower back, I can reverse my move, say to here for example, instead, or I can just rest down onto the floor with the forearm. So I can do the stretch here instead. Otherwise, And this is our position we're after. There we are, arms are straight, shoulder blades squeeze, look into the front, stretches in my lower back. This is our Cobra. From here we're going to go back nice and slowly into a passive downward dog. So this is a child's pose in yoga, we would call this a downward dog. We're going to bring the forearms down to the floor, try and rest the glutes if you can onto the feet and tuck the head in, really curve that back. This is a flexion state we're in now for the spine. Slowly come forward again into another Cobra. So I'm placing hands forward, dropping hips down, body comes back, look to the front there. There's our Cobra, nice and assertive. Shoulders have dropped as well, so I avoid this. I want to make sure I push your shoulders down, lift the head up. Again, nice and slowly, all the way back. Another passive downward dog. Forearms again to the floor, head towards the mat, and again, trying to get the glutes to rest near enough to all the feet there. Okay, last traditional Cobra. Bring the arms forward. Drop the hips down, and we're there. Okay, so from here we're going to go back. This time this is an active downward dog because you might find the wrists here a little bit delicate. So for the active downward dog, the arms this time are nice and straight. So instead of being like this, I lock the arms, bring the fingers onto the tips. It's going to help stretch out the wrist joints. Okay, so now we're going to come to our halfway position, also called the tabletops position here, box neutral. For this exercise, you're going to keep your knees together. That's going to help create the pivot point that we need for the body. The hands again directly under the shoulders. The palms stay exactly where they are. What you're going to do is first move your fingers to the left hand side and drop the glutes to the right hand side. So you might start to feel the pinch here in your glutes, but again, this is a very good indentation now for the spine. Great for bulging discs, depending on what side. And again, this is a stretch you can do every day. Slowly I go towards the middle. Again, I keep the palms where they are. Now I'm going to move the fingers to the right and the glutes towards the left. From here, I go to the middle. We're going to go forward again now to another Cobra. So we're flexing and extending the spine here, front to back and left to right. And again, nice and slowly to an active or passive downward dog, whatever's more comfortable. So you can have the arms nice and straight or down to the ground, whatever's more comfortable at this point here. We're going to go for our second attempt now. So again, halfway point. Same exercise we just did. The knees together, the hands are under the shoulders, the fingers first move to the left, and the glutes will drop to the right. We'll go to the middle. Fingers now move out to the right and the glutes towards the left. Let's go back to middle. Our last time now into our Cobra. Bring the body forward, looking to the front. And now from here, let's go back to another active downward dog. Fingers are back onto the tips. And we're there. Okay, let's finish now with through the needle. So our halfway point is here. We're going to bend at the right arm, feed the left arm through, head, shoulder and the hand come all the way down to the floor. Nice and slowly back to middle. And of course, same thing to the other side, so I'll turn the body here. I'm going to bend at my left arm. Feed your right arm through, head, shoulder and the hand again all the way down. Let's to go back to the middle there, and we can completely relax. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe as well. I'll be having a link there in the description so you can follow some more videos. Have an amazing day.